Well, that's number 2 out of the way. That's number 1 out of the way. I think number 3 on the list was Mamadi. I think number 4 on the list was Streamline Entertainment. So let's see what happens with their accounts over the next couple of hours, days. And then let's see what the judge says when they're in front of the judge.
So this is my new channel. Some would say it's a backup channel. Why would I need a backup channel? Well, accounts are disappearing. Mine is very diplomatic and I think carefully, very carefully about what I say. I don't libel anyone. I'm not nasty. I try to act on the side of good rather than evil. But it appears that some people are getting very upset with the things that people say, even if they say them very intelligently. They don't like it. Is it hypocritical, I ask? Is it? What do you think? You can put down in the comments. You can also step on in to the new channel. And welcome to Don's Courtroom! So I'll get straight to it. Duncan Smith, his channel is gone. Tails' channel had gone. Tails is back again. Will Duncan be back again? Because all you need to do is start a new channel. And then your loyal subscribers will, hopefully, given time, subscribe to your new channel. If you're going to do this, do it quickly. Subscribe quickly. They don't get much. In fact, Duncan wasn't getting a penny. He could have been making money in between his work. So he works as an interpreter, but he could be getting a few quid, just a few quid, in between working, even if it's £50 a month. It does help. I don't know the financial position of Duncan, but he certainly wasn't taking any money, as I've said. He gives views. Sometimes, as I've said before, they might not be my viewpoints. I certainly maybe wouldn't be as upfront, but he is upfront. I don't think he is malicious or I don't think he's evil, but it appears people are after him. I've already said openly, so Hayley has expressed that she's not happy. She's also said on her video, whether she's changed status on that, I don't know, but she has said anyone commenting on his community page or videos, am I right, Hayley, that you're going to ban them from your channel? You can do that. It's your channel. You're very upset about it and you don't want people of that nature who perhaps would agree with some of his viewpoints. So you don't want them commenting on his channel or watching, and you're going to ban them. I just want to say my other channels as well that I'm starting up with different subjects, not only true crime. You can watch whatever you want to, viewers, because I don't think it's right, my personal view, and it's like communism. It's kind of telling people what to do, in my opinion. Also, the other creator, Chris Tenerife, now he made a video and made it clear that he wasn't happy with what Duncan said and indicated that it may have been him, maybe not him alone, that went towards getting rid, shall we say, of Duncan. He said before that he was going to get rid. Now this may have been taken the wrong way and was taken perhaps as a death threat. Now Duncan is very, shall we say, He's perhaps more squeaky clean than some of us, perhaps, and sees what's right and what's wrong, and sees what's within the law and what's not within the law. So perhaps some of us do break the law and have done in the past. I've already said I would break the law if I viewed it to be wrong, but only in a misdemeanor way, maybe speeding, etc. A 20-mile-an-hour limit. If I could get away with doing 30 and I would deem it to be safe, then I would break that law. I have friends that are inside. I also have friends that are policemen. I have many, well, I don't have many friends, I'd say, but some I do that I consider friends, and they are perhaps the wrong side of the law. Some of them really, well, most of them actually regret what they've done, but they've made mistakes. Perhaps Duncan's well, perhaps he doesn't know those type of people. So I've also had an upbringing, as you know. The first few years of my life were in poverty and within a caravan, although my parents both did work. I've known it to be a bit rough, perhaps, so I've known it for people to solve disputes, etc., by breaking the law and being on the cobbles, so to speak. So I had a granddad who was a pugilist, a bare-knuckle fighter, and I know they all say that they're unbeaten, but was unbeaten and was very well known in his area, and he did fight on the cobbles. He was also a coal miner, and he worked very hard and dug an awful lot of coal out, and that was part of his training because it kind of worked the whole body. Am I digressing? I probably am digressing. So he would view some families as lawbreakers, and the divide would be there between not lawbreakers and lawbreakers. So certainly in the JohnGeorge case, he would see the family as such as, or certainly John himself, as not being an angel, and the family has said that John wasn't an angel. So it wasn't like a normal, what's normal? A family man going into that area and then getting shot or stabbed. I'm not saying that that was justified and it was a nasty thing to do, but we don't yet know the full reason why that happened. And that's what he's saying. The area was an area of greyness. He's gone into words that I wouldn't use myself. But anyway, I'm not saying that everything was correct, what he was saying. But Chris Tenerife has said he is now going after other creators and named them, namely Mama D is next, as he said, and you can watch the video in 1 sec. And Streamline Entertainment is also on his hit list. Not very nice, really. And just watch the video first of Chris. Watch this.
False accusations and false claims against you. And when people attack innocent people and attack the families of innocent people, out of the 7 months of research they've been doing, they should have done a bit better research and know whose families that they're going after. So, tortured the Debbie, Duncan, Warren Slater family for months. And we let it go. We didn't say anything. We asked you politely, wait for the coroner's inquest, wait for the facts to come out, stop torturing the family, stop abusing, stop bullying, stop going after innocent people. And you couldn't do that. And we asked you nicely. And it wasn't a threat. It was a promise. Maybe it was the same special people that helped Luggy and me. Accounts just started dropping all of a sudden. Maybe them lawyers, maybe them people working for the good guys, maybe they had something to do with it. Well, That's number 2 out of the way. That's number 1 out of the way. I think number 3 on the list was Mamadi. I think number 4 on the list was Streamline Entertainment. So let's see what happens with their accounts over the next couple of hours, days. And then let's see what the judge says when they're in front of the judge. Let's see what charges the lawyers have to bring to him. People, it pays to be a good person. All we asked is that creators follow protocol, allow the professionals and authorities to do their job, do it diligently, and allow them to put out in the public domain what the truth is. But these creators thought that they could abuse us, attack us, tell lies about us, defame our characters, make false accusations to the police about false threats. And the world don't work that way. Good overcomes evil every time, as we're seeing. So, if you couldn't behave yourself before, maybe you'll behave yourself now. I would say pop along and have a look at Duncan Smith's channel. You see, Duncan, I don't like bullies. And you've tortured a family for several months. And all the good people out there, what we're going to do now is we're going to stand in between the evil, lying, cretin trolls that have attacked the Duncan Slater family and the JohnGeorge family, who were going through trauma, who were going through the worst possible nightmare they could have gone through. And all that was needed is for the good people not to bend the knee, and for the good people to stand up and protect those families. And that's what we've done, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So if you want to go after them families, you've got to go through us first.
Okay, in my personal view, again, I've said I've got nothing against Chris at all. As I say, he's a man that likes a drink. I like a drink before with a meal. Perhaps likes a drink before his videos. He's late and he's worked very hard and likes a drink. Nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make him any kind of alcoholic as such, does it? So he's indicating would be striking and complaining about a channel. I've had strikes before, copyright strikes, because I've used music or things in the early days, and I've had strikes, etc. I think you get 3 and you're allowed 3. I think I've only had 1 at a time anyway. But they're not very nice. The last one I had I thought was unjustified because I used a video. I won't name this person, but they are kind of, they shoot holiday videos, shaky holiday videos, of them walking down the street, and this happened to be in Tenerife, and it was clearly pointed out that this video contained one of the witnesses. I say witnesses, not suspects, witnesses. And it was pointed out by Lucy, who went to Tenerife earlier on as the video was shot then. The person said that no, it wasn't him. It wasn't anything to do with the witnesses, and I was making up stories in my kitchen. Well, not actually in my kitchen, but I was making up stories, and I should go over there and perhaps search or I don't know, investigate the crime over there. I'm over here, so it would take time to get over there, time off work, and I would have searched if I was there, like Chris did, very kindly did, and used a lot of his time and resources. So I don't think it was justified. The whole video, not just one strike, the whole video that I put up was removed. But there we go. Let's talk about, in general, about creators. So I just feel that some creators feel that they've been appointed by the family, and they haven't, because many creators get messages or emails from different members of the family, Uncle Tom, Aunt Jenny, Brother Dan, and they probably indicated, oh yeah, you're doing a good job, thank you. And then you get 3 different creators who think they've been appointed by the family because a member of the family have contacted them. There's not one official appointee I suppose if the family made some sort of statement and say this one person is appointed, and kind of they get upset when people say, don't say that, you're not allowed to say, and they kind of defend the family as if they are the family. Don't think that's right. In my opinion, we're all on social media, and certainly in the John George case, they definitely wanted the publicity from social media to pull out John George. And I like to feel in a collective way, me in a very small part, the bigger creators in a bigger part, did bring back Georgie. That's what I think. I think that social media, as we've known in the past, in the nuclear bully case, people on social media, social media actually kept on, and the investigation was re-enlightened for the nuclear bully case, and the body was found by a clairvoyant on social media who was on social media. So there is a connection. So social media can help, and the police or authorities would be daft not to watch social media and pick up bits and pieces, because some people talk on social media when perhaps they shouldn't, and they give away, if they're the criminal, they give away more than they should. Chris points out about the authorities. In my opinion, the authorities do make mistakes, and they have made mistakes in cases in the past. So therefore, authorities aren't always right, and we don't always have to listen to the authority view and think that that's it, because the authorities say so. That must be the case. So the authorities stating that he fell off a cliff, Jay fell off a cliff into a ravine, and we've got to buy that. But there have been all sorts of questions around that. Chris, including you, because in the first instance you retracted it, but you said things like you found his glasses or something, and you said something about the phone, and you were on that wavelength of what the suspicious creators were talking about, and you didn't fully believe that he just walked away somewhere and passed away. So you didn't believe Jay walked and then just passed away. So you swapped that around, but you did change on that. You flipped 180. We certainly should be working in the same way as a content creator. We do have responsibilities, and I certainly don't condone having a go unnecessarily at family, especially if they've lost someone. But there but go the grace of God go I, and he who casteth the first stone from a greenhouse. They're just very good phrases, and there is something in them. Just like live by the sword, you might die by the sword. Play with matches, you might get burnt, which is so true. So people that have indicated that that's not the case, it is the case. And if I am involved in a very small way with crime, something might happen to me. That wouldn't happen to me if I was just an airy-fairy person who went in with no criminal attachment. There would be more of a risk. I haven't gone into John George and what he did wrong, why he went to prison, etc. But there was talk about cannabis and everybody using cannabis. Yes, they do. But like Georgie, they didn't have them in packs in his car all wrapped up. You're telling me that wasn't for own use. You're telling me that was for own use when it's all wrapped up. It's all packaged and wrapped up, ready to go, ready to sell. Now, as a whole in the world, I'm not saying that is wrong in my view. I'm not saying that's wrong. Some people will say, dirty drug dealers, blah, 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 blah. They're ruining kids and the youth and getting people hooked. But I think in the world, some of the countries that is legal, some of the countries. But he was within a country that it wasn't legal. And that's why the police looked through him saying, in his case, that it's for his own use. Anything else I haven't looked into, I don't really want to delve into, because I respect people that have passed away. Well, I can't respect them, but I respect the families. and I wouldn't want to delve into, in hindsight, of what he's done wrong, what he did wrong. I wouldn't. Anyway, I hope you will subscribe to this new channel. Kind of a backup channel, but really I don't think I would need it at all, and anyone can email me at any time with anything I've said, not agreeing with them, before you start shooting people down or shooting their accounts and then having to make up a new one, because that's normally all they need to do anyway. They'll just make another account. They'll be the same people. It doesn't matter. They're not monetized. So they just make up another account, and that's probably going to annoy you even more if they come out and start talking again. You don't agree with it, so you're going to shoot down him, and then you're going to have another 100 accounts open up you don't agree with. You're going to shoot all them down and keep going and going. Life's too short. Do you want to be fighting? Perhaps it would have been better to go on a live and debate with that person and make it known that you weren't happy about such and such, and then maybe you could have a bit of leeway. If somebody says something to me and they've raised a good argument, I'll change my viewpoint, change my opinion. I'll also apologise. Take it easy. I am going to make a number of videos. I've got one other channel as well. I've got a boxing channel, so something that I was into as a kiddie. I did choose a different sport because it did hurt a bit, that sport, boxing, and the fighting arts. But I do know a lot about them. I'm quite knowledgeable, so I'm making some videos on that as well. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and remember, don't have any nasty dreams tonight. Thank you.